Hi everyone, it's Renee here, the Purple Lady. I wanted to just do a quick flip through of a couple of my junk journals because a few people have been asking if you have to do vintage type journals or if you can do, a more modern type journal. And these, I guess, would be my more modern type journals. You can pretty much use anything for junk journaling, as you all probably know. But I'll just do a quick flip through so you can see. These I consider like my women's girly shopping type journals. As we open up here, you have a clear folder for little tuck spots. And as you can see, I've used a lot of upbeat colors, fun glitter, things like that. Here we have a little tuck spot. I used a lot of scrapbook paper in this one, and I also like to do a lot of just pages just for the art aesthetic, I guess you would say. As you can see, I used a lot of Jane Davenport images in this one, and just a lot of little scraps, fabric, scrap paper, ribbon, etc. This flips out this way, and it flips down, so you can journal on that. Then I have these little tags that I sew together with a lot of fun little, what is this, thread and different types of ribbon and things like that. And then making, little bling, of course. Everything needs a little bling for those. And if any of you want to learn how to do anything that you see in this video, please let me know and I'll do a small short demonstration. Here we have, more journaling spaces and fun little doodads and little beads and such. You can see the little tassels. And here we have a little belly band with a card that you can journal in with lace, another folder, a tuck spot. Again, another one of those little artsy pages just for fun, another tuck spot to add more journaling in. There we go. Here's a little envelope with more journaling space and a tuck spot for a tag. A tuck spot here, as well as a little clip so you can clip some extra things in or photos. More journaling paper. But again, as you can see, none of this is really vintage and I didn't really distress any of it. It's all just extra scrapbook stuff I had, vellum paper, more little tuck spots with quotes and places that you can journal in, and folders. But you can pretty much do a junk journal with anything you have around the house, as I'm sure you all know. That's the fun of it. That's the junk journal. But as many of you were asking, on a lot of the junk journal websites, it's always the vintage style look. And here, I didn't do that. I just, I go through my moods. Sometimes I'm in vintage style. Sometimes I'm in more modern style. Sometimes I just want to use up a bunch of scraps. So you can literally use anything and do anything you want. That is the beauty of it. I love it. Here again, another folder. Little tuck spots, places you can journal. And like I said in one of my other videos, I like to add as much as I possibly can into each junk journal. And I like the little hidden gems that you find, when you turn things over, or you might turn something over and find another little pocket or a little journaling place. Or you might find another little hidden gem somewhere along the way. And again, here's a tuck spot up at the top and a tuck spot down at the bottom. Places that you can write and add pictures. Little things along the side. And I'd be happy to show any of you how to do any of this. These were fun to make. These were just with some packing tape and some glitter. These are so fun to make. You can make a ton of these. You can add these. As you saw, I added a couple to some tags in the front. This is just, I made its own little tag. Here you can make like little backgrounds with it. Those are so fun to make. So you get just grab your packing tape and your glitter and create away. Here's an envelope with a large tag. And then these are those clear pages from, you know, like baseball cards or even scrapbook books that you can add little things in. And here we have more journaling areas. And I love using just a little bit of everything I have. Like little, I don't know if you could see this. Little jewels, little you know, metal pieces, something like this. I don't know if you can see that. There we go, a little flower, little metal embellishments. Here's a little tuck spot. And of course I had to add, you can see that, I had to add little Paris, since this was like a little Parisian page, I guess. My little embellishment there. And then here's a folder with a card that you can write in. Again, lots of bright colors. I love making these type little secret, you know, hideaway folders and things that you can hide things in. Here's a tuck spot with a card. And then I made these little tags that come out like this. And if any of you would like to learn how to do, again, any of this, just let me know at the bottom and I will perhaps put together a little tutorial for you. But this is when I first started learning how to sew. But I had so much fun putting all these little things together. But you can journal, put pictures on the back. And so there's a couple of them in here. There we go. Another little tag, more tuck spots right here. So there's two tags behind this tuck spot here, and then a tag in this little glassine bag. And here's another little page just for fun, for the view, the aesthetic, just for fun, to bring out the little girl in you. And then here's another pocket that flips out into more journaling space. Again, I like to have a lot of spaces that you can journal. You could put pictures in. I scrapbook as well as Bible journal, so I like a lot of little hidden places. So I could put my prayers or little you know, journaling that maybe I don't want the public to see, or just for myself, and then I can hide it away. Here's a little tuck spot here. So if you wanted to add something else here, you can do that. And then finally, again, more of those blingy tags. If you can see this, with some material and some word art and some decorative staples, as well as ribbons. But these are so fun to create as well in a little vellum pocket. So that's the first one. And the front looks like this, and the sides and the back. And again, purple, my favorite color. So I'm called the Purple Lady, but this is what it looks like. And it ties with this long ribbon. So there's the first one. And then the second one I have is this one. And this one I did a little bit differently, but it's still along the same line, where you have the tuck spots in the front, the pockets, a place that you can write in. And again, I liked having just a page just to create on, and then some cards and more tuck spots. And here's like a little mini junk journal in the junk journal in the pocket. And here's a tuck spot here, and then this is more journaling space with a lot of bling. I like the bling, I like the glitter. But again, as you can see, this one is not vintage. This is all kind of modern, and these are all little tags and folders that you can use for journaling or putting pictures in. just a positive, uplifting, fun, you know, fun colored journal. So yeah, there are lots of ways you can make journals. Oh, and I don't know if you've all seen these before. I'm sure some of you have. You can make little tags out of the glassine bags and put word art in there with some glitter or some little confetti. And that's how I made this one right here. And I think I put a little too much confetti in this one. I got a little heavy-handed with the confetti, but it was fun. And then this is a little flip up with fabric. And then, ooh, look, underneath you have a pocket with the tags. So again, another little hidden gem. Like I said, I like to hide a little things. So as you're going through it, you find little secrets along the way, I guess you can say. Some more journaling, a tuck spot. And then this is made out of a little bag, one of those gift bags. And then I made a little scripture, little mini journaling cards to journal on. So it's like a scripture little keychain that you tuck in this. And then on this page behind it is another tuck spot. And then this one opens so you can add more journaling on this page. Here's a tuck spot here. This flips open. Then you have more journaling right here. And then this is another card that you can journal on. And then you can also add pictures behind it if you'd like. Another tuck spot. And then this is another fun activity where you can weave through mesh. I had this mesh bag and I just weaved a ribbon through this mesh bag, if you guys can all see that. And then you have another little tuck spot to add little treasures in. But this was fun, and then you can sew this to your page. Now, a lot of people were asking about sewing as well, and I was never a sewer, but like I said in my very first video, I bought a little $50 sewing machine off Amazon, and it was pretty pink paper peppermints. Pink paper peppermint. She does YouTube videos as well, and I was watching her one day and she was talking about sewing, and she just challenged everybody, if you've never been a sewer, to try sewing once. And I tried it. I decided, okay, I was going to try this. I've sewn maybe once in my life and I hated it, but I was like, well, this is different. This is sewing paper. This isn't sewing clothes together. So I tried it once and I got hooked, and now I pretty much sew everything to my page. Like, you can sew all these embellishments. You can sew it, you sew it underneath, and then you can just glue it to the page, or you can actually sew it. You sew the whole cluster together and then glue it to the page, or you can sew the cluster together right onto the page, however you'd like. But I started getting into sewing, and now I have just been having a heyday with it. Now I literally sew everything. As you can see, I sewed this fringe onto the paper, and I think things hold up a lot better when you sew them as well versus just gluing them. Here's a pocket, but as you can see, I cram literally as much as I possibly can into every page. I loved these, making little gratitude. Oop, this one's stuck. There we go. Here's a little journaling page, making little gratitude pages. This flips open. Then you got this little mesh here, which flips up, and you have another little tag. And these are fun to make too as well, where you do eyelets all down the side and then put these, I think these are called eyelash, fringed eyelash thread. I have a bunch of thread left over from my scrapbooking days, and so I just put these cards together, and it just gives it a little more bling, I guess you would say, that I like. I like it hanging out of the book like that. And again, some more tuck spots, hidden spots, little pockets that flip open so you can journal or put pictures, and then you can take these out and journal, put pictures. Again, I like the layering look as well. Here's more layers with just some stamps and some bright paper. And then this is a 3-pocket tiered Actually, no, actually it's just one pocket with 3 things that I layered in. Sorry about that. And then just again, had fun with the sewing. Sew the little fabric pieces onto here. You can put pictures, journal, whatever you'd like, as well as journaling. Oops, let's just do this so it doesn't get all. Journaling here. And then you have a pocket there and a pocket back here with little journaling cards. Again, sewing. Journaling cards right there. A little tuck spots. Again, some more journaling cards. And then when you move things around, it reveals something behind it. I like that when you don't see it at first, but then when you remove things, it's like, oh, look, there's a little surprise behind. See, it's a girly girl. This tag says, it's a girly girl, my girly girl, it's a girl thing. This whole album kind of brought out the little girly girl in me. This is the 3-tiered pocket. You've got one here, actually this one's 4. So you've got 4 areas to slide things in there. And again, that's just another, you know, fun little page with some sequins inside as a tag. Flip up pages. And then got pocket here, and then these open up into journaling cards. And then you've got a little envelope here with cards. And here's another one of those tags that I made with the tape, with packing tape, some glitter, and some letters inside it. So you can do a lot with the packing tape. You can make whole envelopes out of it. You can make pages out of it. And then here's all these little journaling cards and tuck spots that you can add in. And then the very last has an envelope that you can put some treasures in. So I thank y'all for looking and joining me. These are just a couple of my more modern type journals. But if you do have any questions, let me know at the bottom, and I will answer them as best as I can, as well as let me know if you have any questions on how I put any of this together. I could do a small tutorial on any specific things that you saw that you'd like to learn to do. So anyways, y'all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.